are durable. The Volvo XC90 can be called that for two reasons. Firstly, he lasted on the assembly line for almost 13 years, which by today's standards is an eternity. Secondly, the XC90 proved to be remarkably strong. The Swedish crossover has been produced since 2002, and the oldest copies sell for less than $12,000. And it is not at all necessary that for this money you will be offered a wreck in a dying state. However, we still strongly advise you to take a car more recent. The older the car, the more unplanned expenses will be in the future. We recommend taking the car after the first restyling, to which most of the congenital sores have already been cured. The first Volvo XC90s were equipped with a pair of gasoline turbo engines and a diesel engine, which were designated T5, 2.5 liters, 210 horsepower, T6, twin supercharged, 2.9 liters, 272 horsepower, and D5, 2.4 liters, 163 horsepower. Restyling in 2006 brought an increase in turbo diesel power to 185 forces, and the T6 turbo engine gave way to an atmospheric 3.2-liter 6 with a capacity of 243 forces. A top-end petrol V8 with a volume of 4.4 liters and a return of 315 horses also appeared. Even if the V8 crossover turns out to be in perfect condition, think 100 times before striking hands with the seller. Better yet, do a full engine diagnostic. The resulting report will certainly discourage the deal. For the same reasons, 6-cylinder versions should be treated with caution. On machines with such powerful motors, as a rule, they do not drive slowly. Therefore, only inline 5s remain. They are considered the most reliable and easy to use. Moreover, diesel engines are more durable than gasoline ones. However, this does not mean at all that you will not have to spend money on repairs. Injection nozzles on both versions take care of 150,000 km. The turbine begins to leak closer to 160 to 200,000 km. The same goes for the fuel pump. However, our garage craftsmen learn how to repair these nodes using repair kits. In our country, cars with mechanics, as well as with front-wheel drive, were not officially sold. All versions of the XC90 relied on a 5-speed Dyson automatic, which was later replaced by a 6-speed version. It was also installed on diesel, and some versions relied on the GM4T65 automatic machine. It withstands a higher torque, but was inferior to Japanese units in terms of reliability. On the other hand, the Haldex coupling is definitely durable under normal use and regular service. The suspension is reliable. Unless you have to change the hub bearings every 50 to 80,000 km, and the rear ones fly more often. Racks and bushings of stabilizers withstand about the same amount. With age, the rear brake mechanisms turn sour, the steering rack begins to tap. However, all these nodes are successfully and inexpensively repaired. The main thing is to make a complete diagnosis when buying. Over time, the seals of the drives and the front gearbox leak, the Haldex electromagnetic clutch may whistle, the oil in which changes every 60,000 km. With the same frequency, the oil in the machines is updated. The outboard bearing can withstand over 150,000 km, but changes along with the cart and shaft. Among the entire range of engines, R5 is preferable, both gasoline and diesel. Inline 6s and V8s are not only more capricious, but also much more expensive to operate. On both engines, the timing belt is prescribed to be changed every 90,000 km. The operation is quite expensive, and every second replacement takes place along with rollers, tensioners and a water pump. At each mow, it is recommended to lubricate and develop the rear levers, which regulate the camber and toe angles. Otherwise, at the next wheel alignment, they will have to be replaced with new ones. In the chassis, the bearings of the rear hubs, which are assembled with the hub, do not differ in durability. At the same time, the front ones withstand 2 to 3 times longer. The Scandinavian crossover is perfectly protected from corrosion. Rust shows through with age on the thresholds, wheel arches and junctions of steel with aluminum or plastic. Over the years, a red plaque may appear on the fifth door at the place where the license plate is attached. Also check the attachment points of the front spars and subframe. The welds here can part.